Alright, guys, we are back again. It is your cousin Dustin. This is take number 2. Stream went down for some weird reason, but we're back. We've got Nvidia's earnings later today at about 4:20. We're going to get the earnings. Trying to work on my YouTube voice, so we're, we're live. We're doing it. We're YouTubey. Alright. But no, for real, we're going to cover, the broader markets or whatever before Nvidia's earnings come out. I'm going to probably pop off of here about 4 o'clock or so because I want to watch the earnings myself. I think at this point in the game, nobody's really like watching this stuff to watch that with me. So, it'll do me better to sit there and watch it and study it and learn and see what I think. So, I think the stream is working now. For some reason, it dropped a while ago. I don't know. Maybe I was cussing or something. Who knows? All right. Let's do it. Here we go. We got the Dow Jones sitting at 49,480.07. The S&P 500's at 6,944.64. The Qs are at 615.90, up 1.32% today. Bitcoin is up 7.41% today to $68,829.13. Oh my gosh. Who knows what's going on with the markets? It's 3:33 in the afternoon, guys. All right. So, back to business. We're going to look at Nvidia. This is before their earnings come out. We've got them sitting at 196.97. What do you guys think? You think they're going to crush earnings and send this stock flying? Or you think they're going to disappoint, send the broader market lower into some bull crap? Who knows? Over the past 5 days, they're up 5.56%. Over the past month, they are up 5.63%. Over the past 6 months, they're up 9.54%. Year to date, they're up 5.61%. Over the past year, they're up 55.54%. Over the 5-year chart, they're up 1,336.65%. On a maximum chart, they are up 492,312.5%. Good grief. All right. They pay a dividend of 0.02%, a quarterly dividend of 0.01 cents. A PE ratio of 48.78, 52-week high of $212.19, a 52-week low of $86.63. So they're up near that 52-week high range. An EPS of $4.04 with 24.3 billion shares outstanding. 36,000 employees, this Nvidia company here. Now, And to get me a little drinky. Now, before we read this article, let me pull up the stream on my phone. Almost there. All right. 30 minutes later. There we go. All right. So, last minute thought. Top analyst chimes in on Nvidia stock as earnings loom. Let's read that one. This is Marty Struble. Wrote this at 3:30 p.m. That's 7 minutes ago, boy. Once the market action comes to a halt today, all eyes will be on Nvidia. The chip powerhouse is set to release its fiscal fourth quarter results amid a cautious mood around AI. And as the world's most valuable company, its report is seen as a key gauge for the AI hardware sector. Look at this. Get this crap off the screen. A jumbled mess. In the last 3 months, discussions have intensified over whether ASICs could serve as a more cost-efficient alternative to GPUs, spurred by Google's use of its in-house ASIC TPU to train the Gemini 3 large language model. Yet, HSBC analyst Frank Lee does not believe this has had a game-changing impact on Nvidia. We believe that the demand for GPUs remains intact and expect GPUs to account for the bulk of hyperscalers' capex, he said on the matter. Yeah, I mean, come on, bro. It's kind of, whatever. During the same period, hyperscalers' 2026 capex estimates were raised by about $159 billion to $679 billion. Lee believes this additional spending is driven by sharply higher memory prices and does not indicate that hyperscalers are redirecting their capital spending from GPUs to ASICs. Meanwhile, street revenue forecasts for major memory companies have also been increased by roughly $157 billion over the same period, as there has been no adjustment in COWOS capacity allocation. Lee's GPU revenue projections remain unchanged for now. As for the results, Lee anticipates Nvidia will report Q4 revenue of $68 billion, which is 5% higher than the guide and 3% above Visible Alpha consensus estimates of $65 billion and $66 billion respectively, with the GB300 continuing to ramp up into fiscal year 27. Lee forecasts first quarter fiscal year 27 revenue of $74 billion, 3% above consensus of $71.8 billion. He sees revenue surpassing expectations despite ongoing uncertainty around China reports, with Lee's estimates excluding any revenue from China. Additionally, Lee thinks server CPU could potentially be a new narrative amid the recent surge in server CPU demand fueled by the growth of agentic AI, Nvidia unveiled a groundbreaking agreement with Meta for a large-scale rollout of its Grace CPUs, and with Vera CPUs expected to follow in the future. It remains too early to quantify the opportunity, but this could potentially drive a re-examination of data center revenue estimates, said the analyst. With the March GTC event approaching, Lee anticipates attention will return to Nvidia's AI GPU roadmap, including the ramp of GB300 and the next-gen Rubin, which is on track to scale in 2H26. The analyst also remains optimistic about the AI GPU total addressable market, expanding beyond traditional hyperscalers. His fiscal year 27 and fiscal year 28 data center revenue forecast of $351 billion and $434 billion remain 12% and 8% above street estimates, respectively. Respectively. Bottom line, Lee maintained a buy rating on the shares, although he lowered his price target from $320 to $310, reflecting a revision of the target PE from 30x to 29x. This adjustment is based on the company's 5-year historical average PE, which has now fallen to 29x. Lee's new target factors in 12-month returns of 57%. To watch Lee's track record, click here. I don't want to see his track record. Come on, bro. You got a graphic there. Goodness, guys. You got a little graphic there that's, this says the same stuff we just read. This is just showing the price targets. Barring one Nvidia bear, all of Lee's colleagues are also bulls, with the additional 32 buys all naturally coalescing to a strong buy consensus rating, going to the 268.57 average target a year from now. Shares will be changing hands for a 36% premium. So on our little graphic here, you've got the highest price target's 352. The average price target for these analysts is 268.57. The lowest price target is $220. So that's over the next 12 months. They're thinking that it will reach that. What do you guys think? Leave a comment. Disclaimer: the opinions expressed in this article are solely those of the featured analyst. The content is intended to be used for informational purposes only. It is very important to do your own analysis before making any investment. Yep, that's what I say. Pretty cool. So, look at some other stocks. I want to look at IBM today, because they've been moving and being kind of active. IBM. IBM's up 3.63% today. Over the past 5 days, it's down 6.86%. Over the past month, it's down 19.79%. Over the past 6 months, it's down 0.72%. So that's less than 1% it's down in the past 6 months. Year to date, it's down 19.25%. Over the past year, it's down 7.78%. Over the past 5 years, it's up 109.24%. And you got a maximum chart here where it's up 559.73%. You got a little AI perspective here, or like a little analyst perspective on IBM. IBM declined sharply following concerns over AI driven disruptions of its core consulting business. Despite this, a recovery began after analysts labeled the sell off as overblown. The market consensus projects continued growth in 2026, driven by hybrid cloud and generative AI bookings, although volatility remains high due to new competitive software tools. I think that's what I said in my video. Is it's not like IBM can't use AI of its own. You know what I mean? It's not like they're just gonna be helpless. Been around for years. I think they ain't got it figured out. I think they're just gonna do just fine. I think they're gonna be just fine. I also wanted to look at Adobe. So that's just a brief peep at IBM there. Kind of starting to make a little recovery here. You can see. Hey, what the fuck? Mm. Yeah, Adobe was another one I wanted to look at. Adobe. Adobe is at $257.22. It's up 0.8% today, so less than 1%. Over the past 5 days, it's up 0.43%. Over the past month, it's down 15.59%. Over the past 6 months, it's down 29.18%. Over the past year to date, it's down 26.51%. On a 1 year chart, it's down 41.99%. On a 5 year chart, it's down 44.04%. On a maximum chart, though, yo. Going back to 1986, it's up 116. 116,818.18%. There we go. AI efforts and rich partner base. Adobe stock set for recovery. Question mark. Adobe stock set for recovery? Is it? Adobe stock set for recovery? What? What the fuck? Aniruddha Ganguly. Alright. Where's the freaking article, dude? This thing's dense. Look at that. Key takeaways. Adobe is expanding AI partnerships, including WPP, to deliver agent led media and creative solutions. Adobe integrates Firefly and Acrobat AI assistant to boost subscriptions and premium upgrades. The Zacks consensus estimate for fiscal 2026 revenues is pegged at $26.04 billion, indicating a 9.5% year over year growth. Pretty cool. Here we go. Adobe's expanding partner base and AI related initiatives are expected to help the stock navigate a tricky business environment in which conventional SaaS software stocks have suffered from ongoing AI disruption. An innovative AI infused portfolio is expected to help Adobe steer off stiff competition from the likes of Microsoft and Alphabet. In the near term, Adobe shares have plunged 27.1% year to date. Shit. How low can they go? Back to the article. Adobe boasts of a rich partner base that includes the likes of Amazon Web Services, Microsoft Azure and Copilot, Google Gemini, Humane, OpenAI, among others. Adobe's Firefly, Express, and Creative Cloud applications currently integrate models from partners, including Google, OpenAI, Black Forest Labs, Luma, Runway, Topaz Labs, and 11 Labs. Adobe is now expanding its partnership with WPP, under which integrated solutions will be delivered for global brands to optimize media. These solutions, powered by AI agents, will orchestrate the planning, creation, production, and activation of creative and media assets at a much faster pace. Adobe's prospects are expected to benefit from continued adoption of its cloud-based platform. Acrobat and Express, supported by the integration of AI-powered capabilities such as Firefly and Acrobat AI Assistant. These tools are enabling faster content creation and document productivity, directly influencing subscription renewals and premium upgrades. Adobe is infusing AI innovations into Acrobat, including new AI chat experiences to PDFs with simple, natural language prompts. The company is combining Acrobat and Express to transform productivity and creativity together. There's so many commas in this, making it fast and easy to generate presentations and podcasts from documents in minutes with AI. The new features are available in Acrobat Studio, which includes advanced PDF tools, AI assistant, and PDF spaces from Acrobat and Express premium capabilities, and one AI powered home for productivity. This is probably fucking written by AI. For real. This shit's crazy. Maybe I can't read. Who knows? I don't think so. I'm a good reader. Acrobat users are increasingly relying on Acrobat AI Assistant to consume content at a faster rate and are using Express to create richer PDFs, customized presentations, and animated designs. Adobe is seeing increasing adoption of Express capabilities within Acrobat, driven by growing demand for creative functionality. Adobe is gaining traction among individuals, small and medium businesses, and enterprises thanks to Acrobat AI Assistant, as well as Express Premium plans. This is expected to drive top-line growth in fiscal 2026. The Zacks consensus estimate for revenues is currently pegged at $26.4 billion, suggesting 9.5% growth over fiscal 2025's reported figure. Adobe faces tough competition in the AI domain. Adobe's AI business is minuscule. It's minuscule compared with Microsoft and Alphabet. Microsoft's intelligence cloud revenues are benefiting from growth in Azure AI services and a rise in the AI Copilot business. Microsoft monetizes AI through existing customer relationships, reducing customer acquisition costs while expanding revenue per user. Microsoft's $625 billion Microsoft's $625 billion remaining performance obligations and 15 million Microsoft 365 Copilot paid seats demonstrate robust enterprise demand and successful AI product adoption. Alphabet's focus on leveraging AI to drive growth is a key catalyst. AI is infused heavily across its offerings, including search and Google Cloud. AI overviews and AI mode are driving overall queries and commercial queries, thereby driving monetization opportunities. The launch of personal intelligence and AI mode in search and the Gemini app bodes well for Alphabet's prospects. Adobe share price performance, valuation, and estimates. Adobe shares have lost 42.5% in a year, underperforming the broader Zacks computer and technological sectors return of 25.2%. Yeah, losing 42.5% is a lot worse than gaining 25.2%, I would say. My God. But then again, what do we think? AI, Adobe's going to freaking zero or something? I don't know. I don't know about that. Okay, it's 3:58 p.m. So we will check the cryptos real quick. Cryptos, stay on your toes. Bitcoin's sitting at $68,838.51 right now, up 6.92% on the day. Give it a good refresh. Give it a refresh. It's up. Actually, it's sitting at $69,182.99, up 7.33% on the day. Look at that. Ethereum is at 2,075, $2,075.27. It's up 11.7% today. Look at Capybara Simulator. It's down 45.95%. My goodness. And you can see some of the other ones. We've got XRP. Lordy, lordy. XRP. We've got XRP at $1.46. It's up 8.03% in the last 24 hours. Solana is at $89.75. It's up 14.02% in the last 24 hours. Polkadot. This one's up 34.17%. Moving right now. It's sitting at $1.67. I'm watching it rise as we speak. How fun is that? How fun is that? Alright, it's currently 4 p.m., guys. We're done with that. We will check Polymarket real quick, see if anything new is happening. Trending news, we got U.S. striking Iran. It's probably going to happen pretty soon. 17% chance that U.S. confirms that aliens exist. Which crypto company will Zach XBT expose for insider trading? Meteora or some other company? We've got a lot of wacky stuff. Thunder versus Pistons. Let's see some tweet markets. Oh, this is how many tweets will they get? No, I don't want to see that. Iran. Yeah. Hmm. Nothing really crazy catching my eye on Poly Market. We got aliens for 17%. I mean, at this point, if the U.S. government released aliens, like what would anybody do? You have to go to work anyways. Aliens, bro. What the fuck you talking about? Unless I see an alien like currently abducting me, I have to say, "Oh wow, that's pretty crazy." That's all you can really do. I mean, makes no difference. There was a time when I thought aliens would be the thing, and I guess now at this point, as an adult, damn near 35 years old, I'll say, psh, aliens. Psh, who cares? Next thing. Let's see what's next. Been hearing about aliens. What about... Let's look at Nvidia one more time. Let's do that. No. You know what we'll do? Before we do that, look at AMD. Yeah, before we do that, we'll peep AMD. So AMD is sitting at $210.86, down 1.39% today. Over the past 5 days, it's up 5.32%. Over the past month, it's down 16.10%. 16.1%, you could say. Over the past 6 months, it's up 29.8%. Year to date, it's down 1.54%. On a 1-year chart, AMD is up 102.83%. 5-year chart, it's up 149.51%. And maximum chart, it's up 1,255.14%. What I really want to look at though is the PE ratio. It's at $80 or 80.81, and it has an EPS of $2.61. Its 52-week high is 267.08, and its 52-week low is 76.48. The Facebook owner Meta to buy chips from AMD, that story, we covered that at least a month ago. Hey, watch your cousin Dustin now. I'll tell you something ahead of time sometimes. Yeah, Meta's investing in the AI chip. Yeah, we covered that. We sure did. That was probably when I was very, very first started my channel. I've doubled my subscriber count, guys. Y'all don't even know. I went from 1 to 2. 1 to 2. So yeah, we're gonna call it right there. It's 4:05. I'm gonna go in here and get ready to watch this Nvidia earnings and stuff like that. That should be good. Yeah. Yeah, we covered a little bit of stuff today. Good productive stream. If you leave a comment, leave a like, Leave a subscribe. If you leave a stock in the comments, I'll try to dive into it. I like to look into some obscure ones. I don't mind if it's some kind of weird stock that I've never even heard of. That makes it even cooler to me. Um, yeah, like and subscribe. It's your cousin Dustin. We'll be here Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. Yes, sir. Yes, we will. Yes, we will. Yes, we will. Meow, 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 meow.